he would try to focus on things where there wasn't a witness, but the whole world's a witness to these untruths.
Senator,
and world leaders.
Senator, you've been kind of an island on this.
During the campaign, at the beginning of his administration, you supported the president. Do you regret that now?
What do you think? Look, I think people. Look, I think there were many people. I was one of those that hoped that he would rise to the occasion as president and aspire to lead our nation instead of dividing it. And it's obvious his political model and governing model is to divide. And he has not risen to the occasion. It's very evident to me. I've had personal meetings, personal dinners, personal phone calls when the staff has asked me to call over and intercede on something that was not going to happen, that was not good for our country. And I've done all those things. But, yeah, at this point, realize what we're dealing with, like I think most Americans. And, I've got a job as a senator to do the best that I can to check that, to check against that. And when he's right, of course, I think some people think that, we carry out our personal feelings on policy, but that's just not what most of us anyway do. We do things based on what we think is good for the country. So it's a sad place from my perspective for our nation. And I think that the worst of it is going to be just the whole debasing, if you will, of our nation. I think that'll be the contribution that hurts our nation most.
Do you think the president's debasing the nation?
I don't think there's any question, but that's the case, just in the way that he conducts himself and goes to such a low level. I do. But look, I mean, the rest of us need to do what we can to act as statesmen and to try to move our nation ahead in a time when we have a leader such as we have now. And that's certainly what I'm going to attempt to do.
Senator, do more of your Republican colleagues need to speak up?
I don't. Look, I can't. Look, I was in a rough and tumble business, operate around the country, and have always been a very direct, independent person. And I came up here to, told citizens in our state that I couldn't imagine serving more than 2 terms. And it gives you a sense of freedom to be in that way, and I felt that the whole time I've been here. But I can't speak for what other people should do, and I would never want to, do or say something that puts people that I serve with in an uncomfortable place.
But you've spoken.
We're gonna be late.
I better go to this.
Do you regret campaigning for him?
White House
Do you regret campaigning for him?
I didn't really campaign for him. I went to Raleigh. It was during a period of time when he was talking with me about being vice president. And that afternoon before the event, I told him it was not possible for me to do that. And so I got called out on the stage. It was, an embarrassing moment. I think anyone who saw it saw that was the case. But I did when he was right. I supported him on some of his foreign policy speeches. I criticized him when some of the other things he did were inappropriate. But look, we are where we are as a country, and again, I think what we need to do is support him when he's right, check him when he's wrong, which is plenty, and try to conduct ourselves in a manner that brings out the best in the American people.
Should he be removed
when
from
our
office,
president obviously does not conduct himself well, his governing model is to divide and to attempt to bully and to use untruths. So
should he be removed from office, sir? My comment. Should he be removed from office?